Boys, today we have a tier list. I thought this would be a funner way to make this video than the original plan of just showing each fighter one by one and talking about them. But today we're going to go through every single division, pick out one gatekeeper because some divisions have multiple gatekeepers, but we're just going to pick out one gatekeeper per division and rank them from best to worst. Obviously, there can only be one best gatekeeper and one worst gatekeeper. This is in random order, so it's not going to be like from lightweight to heavyweight. It's completely mixed up. For the bantamweight division, I have Pedro Munoz. Pedro Munoz is someone that you put in to see if they're like ready to be in the top 10, I would say, and then to see if they have any like title implications, see if they have a future of being a belt holder. We all should have known that Chito Vera had no business and would have pretty much have zero success against Sean O'Malley the way he fought Pedro Munoz and arguably almost lost that fight. And yeah, Pedro Munoz, bantamweight division, you know, he does get some fraud checks here and there for some upcoming guys. I think he's mid though, you know, I don't want to give, you know, the all right to him. For right now, we'll put him in mid, see how he stacks up against everyone else. But flyweight division, Alex Perez. Obviously, I think Alex Perez is pretty trash, and right now I think he might be the worst one on this list, but maybe someone else will come. But right now I have Alex Perez as one of the worst gatekeepers we have. Really, the negative things about Alex Perez is he's just way too old to be in this division. Time has 100% caught up to him, and you can 100% tell that the UFC knows that this guy's a gatekeeper because they pretty much just feed up and coming contenders to this guy. This guy's last few fights have been pretty much nothing but prospects. And you know, we saw with his last fight against Tatsuro Taira what happened. This boy got folded like a pretzel and snapped his leg. It was pretty disgusting, but yeah, right now I would say he's probably the worst one here. I don't know, we have to see on paper how they stack up, and on paper Anthony Smith is pretty I don't know where to put Anthony Smith because honestly he is garbage. He is hot trash, but is he better than a Pedro Munoz? I don't even know, because like Lionheart, I don't think he got that Lionheart spirit. He quits. He plain out quits. I forget which UFC fighter said that. I think it was TJ Dillashaw, but TJ Dillashaw is 100% correct, to be honest. The only one thing people have to say about Anthony Smith and having a Lionheart is when he continued to fight against John Jones. That's it. Other than that, you know, that nickname has never fitted him. But right now, do I want to put him in trash? Because realistically, he is just so fucking bad. It's like, how do you lose to Roman Dolidze? Light heavyweight losing to a pretty trash middleweight. He's trash. I'm putting him at trash. I don't care what anyone has to say. Let's go to Bobby Green. Bobby Green, honestly, he was a little bit overlooked. He was a little bit underrated in that lightweight division. He went on a little bit of a spree, but you know, he was never top 10 material. Maybe top 15 he would get a few wins here, but top 10 he was never top 10 material, and that just shows. So he's like the gatekeeper for the top 15, I would say. I don't know if he's ranked anymore, to be honest, but I think he's better than Munoz. I'll put him at alright. You know, it might be a little bit biased because I'm also thinking of like fight style, entertainment wise. Maybe that's what's happening, but I think he's alright. I think he was overlooked for a long time, but I also think once he got into the rankings, I think he was overhyped. But let's go down. Right now, this guy has to be the best, and that's probably mainly because of the Dan 5-second Ige coming in last minute to save the card against Diego Lopez. But at the end of the day, I feel like Dan Ige had chance after chance after chance of getting into the top 10, top 15, but every time he does get into, you know, the higher rankings, he loses. So I think he's a good gatekeeper to see if you're ready to be in the top 15. In my opinion, he's a good gatekeeper into the rankings. And yeah, to be honest, looking into that like featherweight division, I don't see many people other than Dan Ige as a gatekeeper. Let's go into heavyweight. I'm sure you guys all know this, that Derek Lewis is 100% the gatekeeper of the heavyweight division. The gatekeeper to enter into the ranking, into the top like 12. He's the gatekeeper of that. And you know, he's been the gatekeeper for as long as I could remember, to be honest. He's okay. You know, he does lose, but when he does lose, it's not like the guy that he lost to ends up going on a huge losing streak, except for Tai Tuivasa. Fuck. But other than that, other than Tai Tuivasa, you know, every time he loses, the guy that he lost against goes up and gets higher in the rankings. But when he does beat the guys, it does show that they, just weren't ready for the top 15 and they're just fat heavyweights. But let's go down to the middleweight division. I was struggling who to put here, but I think Marvin Vettori is a good pick. Now, where the fuck do we put Marvin Vettori? Probably like this. I don't know. I'm just going to do this. This is my list. Fuck it. But Marvin Vettori has shown time and time again that he is a good gatekeeper. And he's like one of these gatekeepers that are high up in the rankings. He's a gatekeeper for like the top 7. But honestly, he's not even that good, to be honest. I'm going to put him mid. We got one more to go to. The welterweight division. Neil Magny. It was either Neil Magny or Jeff Neal. I went with Neil Magny. I honestly think Neil Magny's pretty good, to be honest. He might be the best one on this list, to be honest. But yeah, Neil Magny, time and time again, we can look at his past few fights, has been pretty much nothing but prospects, up and coming fighters. He is the gatekeeper of the top 15, and he has been for years now. But that's my list. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys agree with this listing? Having Neil Magny as the best, Alex Perez as the worst? You guys have to let me know in the comments below. Maybe I put Danny Gay a little bit too high, but the things he did, the way he came in 5 seconds notice to fight Diego Lopez, you gotta give him some brownie points for that. But let me know in the comments below. Also, quickly look at this shit right here. 99% of you guys just watch this shit for free. Your boy is on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys have not yet, leave a like on this video and subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you never miss any of my newest videos. And yeah, with all that being said, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.